find that like you ever when you're like just sort of sitting on your phone waiting and you don't want to look at Twitter, you just pull up at Google Maps and just look at maps?
No.
I do that, but for Wikipedia pages that make me feel like I'm in a spy thriller.
Oh, yeah, I do love a good Wikipedia.
Okay, wait, what's a Wikipedia page that makes you feel like you're in a spy thriller?
So if you look up like let's say the domestic intelligence service of an obscure country and just scroll through that.
Right.
And then follow the links and you'll end up
the
on like
Azeri domestic intelligence.
Genuinely.
Service, yeah.
They hang out at the Alibi Club trying to see who's where.
Scroll down to like scandals, and you'll just be like, "Wow!" And then you get quite niche, and you feel like you're doing research in like a scene before someone pushes you in front of a train or whatever.
I can't have been in Bishkek. I was at Alibi nightclub. I left it a 1-star review.
Check my emails. I sent them YouTube links to all of my favorite songs.
I was busy singing Katyusha.
10 hours of Trollolo, man.
Yeah, that was just entertainment in the Soviet Union.
But there's that game or whatever where you like just press a random thing and it like shoves you in some random Google Street View location.
Yeah, that's great. GeoGuessr, I love GeoGuessr.
Yeah, that's fun. Although I'm not sure if that's a smartphone thing.
Yeah,
it's more of a laptop thing.
You find yourself in a nightclub and everyone has a digital camera, but is also in the process of being ejected.
Yeah,
you immediately like Baku.
The thing is, it's with this particular thing, it's more fun to do. Like, it's more fun to do it in like, in like the Caucasus or like. It's best to do it in the Caucasus or Turkey. Caucasus, Turkey, or like.
Why is Turkey so good? Why is Turkey? I can sort of like. Yeah, I've got reasons why I would imagine the Caucasus to be good. Why is Turkey so good? Do we think?
Well, I mean, like it's because basically it's like look. There's just something about it, right? Where it's just for some reason, nightlife. A lot of nightlife has kind of frozen in like a tiger mode.
Yeah.
And so it's and so you can just sort of you're able to look at sort of like a universal tigerization of again places called like Club Number 1 or whatever, and there's pictures of like of guys who look like they run import-export businesses holding like two like half-meter tall electric blue drinks.
Like Las Vegas Strip tourists.
Yeah, kind of. It's like a sort of hyper-real version of the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, yeah.
Or like the way a nightclub would be depicted in a sort of a film or a piece of fiction by people who are very old.
It's how Mormons would portray a nightclub.
Yeah. They go, well, and they've got those big drinks.
Mormons hate that.
And they've got all those YouTube songs and no cameras.
One wife. I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast before, but it was like back in November. I'm sure, Riley, I've told you this in one form or another. I got an Instagram DM from a woman who wanted me to invest in a nightclub that she was opening on Novy Arbat in Moscow. So like right in the center. And she wanted me to invest like several $1,000s. And I don't know why she wanted me specifically. She was like, yeah, I think if you lent your name to this, it would really get it off the ground.
MILO's.
Yeah, exactly. But the kicker of this was that this nightclub, it was like a fucking 10,000 square foot nightclub. It was like gigantic.
And why did they want you to invest in it?
Because it was a scam. And are we sure that they got the right Milo? Like, is there a chance that it was a different Milo they were looking for?
Here he's flush with cash. But the kicker was that the nightclub was themed around the movie Step Up to the Streets.
You're kidding me.
No.
It's like, this is what do people want? The film Step Up to the Streets.
Yeah. Couldn't you make a nightclub based around the original Step Up? Don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Not after what happened.
2 is the magnum opus of the Step Up.
It's like The Godfather.
Yeah. He's like Terminator 2 is better.
Yeah, exactly. To the extent where everyone thinks Terminator 2 is Terminator 1.
That's true.
They forget.
So how do you make a nightclub that's themed around Step Up to the Streets? Does everyone have to take dancing lessons before coming in?
You'll be sad to find out that I didn't do much investigation into exactly what she was going to do.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, she was going to hire lots of professional dancers for the opening night.
Right.
And how was your name to improve things?
I don't know. There's this weird thing where, I mean, I was like obviously a bit famous in Russia, but I wasn't that famous. But I think because I was foreign, the people who did know who I was thought it was like a really big deal.
Bit international.
And I think they assumed that my clout was much bigger than it was because like, well, this Anglicanin is going to be at my club. Yeah. This is crazy.
Wow, an Englishman at a nightclub in the former Soviet Union?
What kind of world?
Will he organize a coup?
Yeah.
I guess in their heads, maybe, all English people are forever in sort of oak paneled pubs.
I remember once we were trying to get into a bar in Moscow, and it was like shortly after I'd first been on TV, and they didn't want to let us in. Moscow is extremely like this. Like every bar has like a guy who decides whether you can come in or not. And you're like, this is a shitty bar. Yeah. Like you don't get to have this guy. Well, this assumes a degree of competition which there is not.
So it's if you just want to go like have a beer, it's Berghain rules.
Yeah, like not quite, but like anywhere like that's in like the trendy parts of the city, they'll quite often have like but it's like only like 5 places in one city can have that. You can't more than that, and it becomes ridiculous. And Moscow is like insane. So we're at this bar, and they don't want to let us in, but there's like a group of us. I think it was my birthday, and then one of my mates is talking to the bouncer, and he's like, "But he's on TV," and the bouncer is like shrugging, and then he goes like, "He's also English," and the bouncer's like, "Okay." Like, all right, whatever.
So you're basically saying,
and then of course I was arrested.
You're basically saying, of course, yeah, they threw you in jail. So you're saying Moscow basically operates by the rules that, like, I don't know, your buy-to-let landlord in Zante wants the rest of the world to operate as. It's like, oh, you're English, right? This way.
But I was going to say, you've experienced a taste of the peak of the empire.
Yeah.
You just go, I'm an Englishman. And they go, damn. And they just have to let you in somewhere.
Yeah, I just wear my pith helmet to make sure I get in everywhere.
It's like, don't worry, you're English, the being famous of nationalities. Like, it's just like such a weird... I mean,
I'll be perfectly honest. When I first moved to the UK, it kind of worked on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain parts of America, it works extreme. My sister lives in Nashville. I just go to places and start talking, and people come up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's insane.
It's everywhere in America. I mean, I'm sorry. It's the one part of the film Love Actually, which is just a documentary. Like, it's just not, it's only a bit of an exaggeration, that bit. Like, it's just like, it's insane.
I don't think there's anywhere where it works as being South African.
Zimbabwe.
I don't know. What about you? Could you go to Equatorial Guinea and be like, I'm running things now?
Yeah, to anywhere with illegal diamond fields. Yeah. But no, these days they'd go, well, you're not Chinese.
Yeah.
They go, oh, damn.
So anywhere where they're in need of mercenaries.
Yes.
To be fair, any kind of private security company, I could be able to do that.
Yeah, you could be like the court jester of executive outcomes or whatever they're called now.
Yes, black thingy,
Blackwater.
Blackwater was executive outcomes and Blackwater are different organizations.
Yes, but any mercenary company will do.
Yeah, exactly. They just need one South African funnyman.
Yeah, I could just say, hey, you know how all your other South Africans are terrifying mercenaries with dead eyes? Well, I'm quite a good laugh. So maybe I could be a mercenary for the social side of life.
Yeah, I'm the one cracking the gags during the stuff.
To be fair, social mercenary is a pretty good description of stand-up comedian. I mean,
exactly.
We've just invented the job I already do.
Basically, yeah. Bad cop, funny cop. They're all torturing the guy, and then you're like cracking a few gags.
Yeah. But it's like you're rocking up, and you've got all these people insisting that only people trying to tell jokes for love of it and not for money are always going to be better, like soldiers that fight for their country. Whereas you're like, no, sometimes the mercenaries are just better. They're technically trained and they're doing it and they know how to stay alive. They're like
someone spitting at your feet and calling you a gun for hire for doing some TV.
The only problem is you could if you hire a stand-up comedy to do a gig for your plastics distribution company, and then the concrete logistics solution provider in the next conference room over pays a slightly better rate, they're going to turn on you.
Yeah.
They're going to start bad-mouthing your plastics distribution company to the concrete logistics.
They're going to start roasting you.
In my mind, that's what most comedians do most of the time. Is they go up in front of like airport Hiltons full of like guys in sweaty blue shirts, and they're just like, oh, the plastics business. I didn't know they hired only clowns in the checks hand plastics distribution.
I'm here doing a tight 5 at the Marriott in Kabul.